Part 2, bitches. Part 2.
Okay. So, in our last segment, we were talking about
worshipping deities or working with them.
Oh,
what the differences, yes.
Okay. I am always having Santa Muerte with me, and I still work with her. Mm-hmm. More actively for, like, protection and for things
fucking
that
aren't,
things that aren't so nice. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. But very little people know this, and so I've always had Oshun with me ever since I was like 21. But I don't talk about it that much on my Facebook. I mean, on my YouTube, because I just never always had her there. Yeah. If you go back to my first videos, one of my first videos was an Oshun bottle I did. And like I said, I'm not initiated or anything, but I have worked with that energy for a long time, off and on. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, we just did another video on my sister's channel, so you have to check it out, because we got down and we were dishing out some serious information.
Yeah, bitches. I don't know why we do that, but like while we're waiting for this one to upload, we're like, okay, we'll make one for my channel, kind of thing.
But this one is about witchy. I don't like that word, witchy. Witches questions.
Witches questions. Exactly. Let me ask you a question. Who are the most difficult people to fucking read for?
Tweakers. Drug addicts. Those are the most difficult people to read. Like that chick Joy.
Oh god.
When I read for her, she was I don't even think it was drugs. I just think she was
crazy.
Yeah. But drug addicts are really hard to read for because they're not there. So it's hard for me to give a reading to somebody who's not there. A lot of times though, like one time I gave this reading to this lady at the DMV. And she was like, oh, you read cards? And I'm like, yeah. Will you read my cards? And she's all like shaking like she's fucking Parkinson's or some shit. And so I'm reading her, right? And I'm like, she's like, I gotta stop you right there. I'm like, okay. I have a confession to make. This person that I'm reading you about, he faked his death. Now, you're not going to believe me when I tell you this, but it's Michael Jackson. He's still alive. And he's sending me text messages. And she like showed me these text messages from this person. And I'm like, what the fuck? You're crazy, right? So I had to go along with it. That's what am I supposed to do? Like, oh, you're nuts, I can't read you? No. Pay me my fucking $25 so I can go. You're fucking crazy. He's
gonna come to you tonight through the window.
What's really fucked up is I read her, right, and I was on my way. 3 years later at Crystal Fantasy, I'm reading, she shows up. And she remembered me and she wanted a reading. And I was like, fuck, I'm fucked.
She wanted to know about a different celebrity.
No, she wanted to know when Michael Jackson was gonna come back and they were gonna go and be together. She still wanted to know the same shit. So she was nuts. Okay. Yeah, too much coke in the 80s, man. Too much partying at Club 54.
And I don't care if it's a rich man's drug. That shit'll still fuck up your brain.
I know.
Too much, dude. But to me, like, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna do speed too. It doesn't really matter at that point. You're like, yeah, fuck it.
Let's talk about... I know what I'm really liking these days, and I know she is too, is this fucking occult rock scene right now.
Oh
my god!
Amazing!
She's really into Electric Wizard, okay? Yeah. And I'm really into Blood Ceremony. They're fucking badass. They're kind of reminiscent of like psychedelic rock from like the 70s and 60s, kind of like Coven.
Yeah.
You know, and that seems to be a big thing right now. I know that Ghost is really popular right now. I like Ghost, but there's so many like bands that are like not as well recognized that are really well versed in occult knowledge and that are making music, and I fucking am eating that shit up right now. Like, it's amazing.
It's good. It's good music, and especially right now, a lot of the music has been regurgitated. So it's good to have something like different, you know what I mean? And especially when it's something that you're into. Like The Sword, that's another really good band. If you're into like Nordic mythology, like all their fucking albums are based on that. There's so many bands out there that are good like that. But I do feel like it's coming back. I feel like it'll keep on progressing.
I think that since 80s glam metal came out, you have bands like Motley Crue, who had like the satanic imagery.
But they weren't.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the closest thing, not even Merciful Fate. Like Merciful Fate, they talked a lot about.
Yeah, but they didn't actually.
They weren't.
King Diamond.
King Diamond, dude.
King Diamond.
But a lot of
like Venom.
Venom is pretty good. They are,
They're way old.
Bathory.
Yeah.
Who else? But it was all metal. Especially in the 90s and the late 90s and the early 2000s.
Metal.
The occult musicians were like, black metal, like Cradle of Filth and like like Behemoth.
Yes.
They're Thelemites. Like which is cool, and I like metal, but I'm loving this,
Sometimes you want to hear
something different that's still
metal.
Steeped in the occult.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm really liking like Jex Toth. They're badass too.
What is it? That one? Oh, I can't remember the chick's name. She's like some I think Australian rapper, but I know she's like Chaos Magician. Like a lot of stuff.
That's just like that one Di Antwoord or something.
Yeah, her too.
But they're both. I think there's two of them. It's a man and a woman, and they're
it's her husband. I think it's her husband.
They're weird looking, huh?
Very androgynous.
Very strange, like aliens.
Yes,
but I love that shit.
I like androgynous. The androgynous look.
There are a lot of people that are actually out in the media that Forrest Whitaker is initiated into Santeria.
Oh, that makes sense though. I can see that.
That's fucking cool. There are a lot of celebrities that are initiated.
Well, yeah.
A lot of comedians too.
Well, I don't know if Jim Carrey is, but he seems to be really good at manifesting shit.
Jim Carrey I used to have a thing for him when I was younger.
For Ace Ventura, the Pet Detective.
The Mask.
The Mask. Oh shit, yeah, that's right.
Ooh.
I don't know. There's what other questions do you have, Valerie?
It's your turn.
Oh, is it my turn? Okay. I'm trying to think. Okay, who was like one of the first like deities that ever came to you, whether in a vision or a dream, or like what's your first recollection of who like introduced
other than Santa Muerte?
Yeah.
The first one that came to me in dreams and in daydreams was Artemis. And I've always had a very strong connection with lunar deities since then. Mm-hmm. There have been 4 major ones, and they're all female. I've never had a male energy come to me, but I had Artemis, and then from there, the Santa Muerte came to me, and Oshun, and then Lilith. Those ones. Those are the 4 major ones that have still been with me since I started. Lilith came to me though, in weird. I didn't know it was Lilith. It just looked like her, and it was a similar energy. And then I just kind of correlated it with what I've read and what I was studying, and it just seemed to make sense. So I just assumed that's her. But even then, that's a strong energy that has always been with me since I was 19 when I got with Justin, actually. And that was a very, very, very wild time.
You know how that goes.
But she's had male energies come to her.
No, and I've had very many, and some of them I never necessarily worked with. And why they showed themselves or revealed themselves to me, I do not know. I had a dream once of a Hindu goddess, and I'm not into Hinduism by any means, but she came to me, and I never worked with her before. In fact, I can't even pronounce her name. Okay, because it's fucking long. But I remember she was a goddess of good fortune or something like that. I've had
Parvati?
I have to show you. I have to see. She's got a lot of different hands, and one has a lotus in it, and one has, I think it's Hindu.
That sounds like Lakshmi. Yeah, she has a lotus.
I'd have to see it, because there's a lot of different ones in those.
I know, and they all have 500 arms.
So it's I don't know which one. But I've had I had a dream of Venus of Willendorf before. That one, I was in awe of her. Thor, I've had one of him. Loki, had one of him. A lot of different ones. Diana, not Artemis, but Diana, had a dream of her. Anubis, had a dream of him. That one though, he was chasing me in the dream. Like,
Really?
yeah. Oh yeah. There was a bunch of them. It wasn't just
Have you
one.
ever felt drawn
Oh, that
to?
one. Dreamt of her not
Oh,
too long
yeah.
ago. Santa Muerte came to me when I was a child, but I thought it was the Grim Reaper. I didn't realize it wasn't until way later that I put that it was Santa Muerte. But I just thought it was the Grim Reaper.
Have you ever felt drawn to a certain deity? Not that they called to you, but drawn to them, and you went for it, and then they accepted you?
I would have to say that would have been Santa Muerte with you, because I didn't have a dream of her later on where I would have remembered my childhood dream. You told me that she wanted to work with me. And then through working with her, I did start dreaming about her later. You know what I mean? So, I had a dream about Bacchus once, but I never worked with him. I just had a dream with him running around.
Dionysus, you say?
Well, actually twice, because one was him small and then one was him big. Way later on down the line, he was running in a circle in a grove, running in a circle. But, so I've had dreams. Some of these I have worked with their energies, and some of them I haven't. I just took more like they were trying to tell me something, you know. But there are certain deities I would like to work with, but I never felt like they actually called me, so I've never tried. Maybe I will one day. You know what I mean? But
I've always wanted to work with, or or maybe just study about Hecate. That one always had my fascination, but I've never did anything with her or tried. That's about it. You know.
Message. So I don't know. I do feel, to me, this is just for me. Other people have their ones. I do feel like when I dream of them, or when they come to me, like they're inviting me to use their energy. You know, sometimes yes, sometimes I won't. But for the most part, I tend to. The daydream ones, or not daydreams, but you get that feeling like you need to work with them or whatnot. I've had that happen a few times, but usually I've already dreamt of them when that's happened. That's just how I work it. But other people have different ways. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They have visions, or maybe they use a Ouija board, or they do cards to find their connection or whatnot, you know?
I feel like with me, it's either through symbols or messages that are put in front of me that kind of lead me to something, and I'm not consciously thinking that, oh, this is who it is, but it ends up being that way. And then like a lot of what's the word? Like coincidences and synchronicities. There you go. A lot of synchronicities.
That is, I really feel like that's just when you're reading the universe. I think they're always there. We just never notice them all the time. You know what I mean? Because we're in the mundane world. We're going to work. You know what I mean? But when you open yourself up, especially like when you're asking for something to be answered, you'll start seeing things. I don't know if it's your angels or what.
Yeah. I have a question for you bitches, all right?
Yeah, bitches.
Have any of you ever used these before?
Aerosol spray.
These right from the Botanicas. Okay, like have you ever used them in